And we're on.
And here we are.
How's it going, everybody?
What's up?
Well, this last weekend was fun.
It actually was a lot of fun. Should we tell them what we did?
Surely.
No, let's not.
Let's not.
Okay.
All right. Y'all have a great week.
All right. This has been fun. Good night, America.
Good night.
Okay, so this past weekend, we celebrated Brent's birthday.
31 years.
31 years.
Great years.
We were a week late, but we did it, and we did it big.
We did.
We went down to H-Town.
Thanks to my lovely wife who set it all up. She surprised me with this.
She did. She was nice.
It was a great one.
So we went to Houston. We went to the Rockets game.
We did, which I'm repping right now, as you see.
I should have worn my new hat I got too.
You got to be ready. Always ready.
We ate at a cool place called The Rustic. If you haven't eaten there before, you should try it out. It was great.
A lot of fun.
Yep. Live music venue.
Yep. Live music.
Samesies.
We have things that we like. We should be friends.
Are you thinking what I'm right now?
Yeah, Beyonce. Did you think that?
Yeah. Specifically, single ladies.
Single ladies, exactly.
Put your hands up. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I know.
I know.
Don't even act like I don't.
So we ate at the Rustic, and then we went to the Rockets game.
Right.
And we stayed at she hooked us up with a cool little apartment.
By the way, if you're going to go to a basketball game, right now is the time.
Yeah,
because
there was no lines.
Look, I know that COVID is a bad thing, but if you're going to go to a game, look, there's no one there.
Literally. There were people there, but compared to what there normally is, like we didn't have to wait in one line.
But if you take a stadium that fits 20,000 and put like 2,000 in there.
2,000 in there, yeah.
I mean, there's so much room for activities.
It's the best time to go.
Right. It
for
really
sure.
is. No lines.
So we did that, and that was fun.
That was fun.
Then Saturday, that's what we're here to talk about.
Saturday, we woke up, and
well, first off, we drove around Houston for about 2.5 hours trying to find a place for brunch.
Because this is the thing. Brent likes brunch.
Brent likes him some brunch, and I was extremely hangry.
Stephen was hangry. He was ready for IHOP, and Brent don't do fast food.
At that point, I would have settled for the convenience store on the corner. I was that hungry.
I wanted an Eggs Benedict, which I can't get. I know that, look, I understand I'm sound country, but I'm a fancy boy when it comes to brunch. Okay.
I mean, I don't know if Eggs Benedict is that fancy.
Well, when you're raising Crockett.
When you're raising Crockett, that is something.
That's fancy.
Yeah, that's true. So we finally found a place. La Peep? Is that where we?
Le Peep.
Le Peep?
Which I've been to a bunch before, but we had to drive kind of across town to even get there.
It was questionable.
Because we drove to like 2 different places, ended up in some real questionable areas. Let's just say that, okay? We weren't going to be eating there, okay? So finally I said, you know what? Le Peep is a good place.
That's a good one.
We know that. So we drove there, got some great Eggs Benedict, and y'all got some other stuff that I don't care about.
And bacon and eggs.
Stuff you could have got at IHOP, let's be honest. Which is why you were okay with it in the first place.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we got done there. We kind of had some miscommunication with because we were going to SugarHill Studios, which we're going to talk about in just a second, is one of the most historic recording studios in probably the world, let's be honest, when you just really break it down. But especially like America and especially Texas.
It's like the Texas equivalent to Sun Records in Memphis.
Right. That's right, yeah. And so we honestly, we were probably only like 10, 15 minutes from that studio at the time. And so we couldn't get a hold of the guys because, of course, they're busy. They've been recording all night. Matter of fact, there were still people there, I think. This studio is so big, y'all. There's so many different like sections of it. There were people in there we never saw.
Yeah.
There's just too many studios to even.
It was like, how you walk in these old houses and they just have really weird floor patterns and there's a random room here. That's the way this was.
It was definitely not an open floor plan.
Open floor plan.
Like, studios are not, okay?
It was like a maze.
It was a maze.
Getting around in there.
Could have got lost very easily. So let's just talk about some like history before we, because look, we have a video here that I edited down of all the footage of the studio, and we're going to kind of talk you guys through it. because there's a lot, of really cool stuff here, and we want to show you all
You
that.
can be James Earl Jones, and then I'll be Morgan Freeman.
I don't think
as we're going over this.
I don't think either one of us have the voices for that.
I don't think anybody wants to hear our voice.
No.
Throughout a whole movie.
Could y'all imagine my voiceover? Ooh. That'd be so bad. Well, I guess we're gonna go ahead and
she walked into the room.
Little Debbie walked on. Little Debbie. I chose Debbie.
Little Debbie.
Look, when you can't think of a girl's name, and the first one you think of is Little
Debbie.
That means you need to die. You need to go on a diet real bad.
Brent.
Hey, by the way,
you are speaking to me over here.
By the way, just so you guys know, we ordered, because our TV thing wasn't working out right, as y'all probably saw. We ordered a new custom logo backdrop. So that's coming. Okay, so we're going to have an official thick and thin backdrop.
Yeah, I had no say in the design. He just left me out.
Well, look, I sent 3 designs for other stuff to you, and you said you hated all of them except
it looked
for one.
like I winked right then, but honestly, my eye it blinked, but it was so tired it couldn't open back
This
up.
is the way it goes. I come up with ideas for designs, and I send them to Stephen, and he just says no with no actual thoughts as to what I should do beyond that. He's just like, I don't like it.
At this point in our friendship, you should know what I like, and you should.
And I'm okay, I guess I'll just.
I'm like, okay, I like that.
He says no, and I'm like, okay, I guess I just trash it and start over. I don't know.
The whole no to the entire thing, or
just no. Okay.
I mean, I'm a very direct person.
I just wasted 2 hours of my time.
No, that's a no.
But it's a democracy. Something that we should all learn about in these days, Stephen. I'm not going there.
Maybe. Okay, let's stay away from that.
Okay, anyway, so SugarHill Studios. I did print off some Wikipedia.
Okay,
go ahead.
And I'll just say this. Okay, so obviously, like we're really something. Me and Brent are both a musical artist. We'll say that.
Obviously.
I'm more vocally. That's where I put all my focus in.
Right.
Brent is mostly musician.
Right.
Which I guess vocals is a instrument.
It is.
It is an instrument. So I'm a
musician myself.
Just
like cheerleading is
I
sport.
dab on different things here.
Did you hear what I said?
What'd you say?
Just like cheerleading isn't a sport.
You're right.
Which I know that you're a basketball player, so you immediately get that joke.
Yeah, I got it. So this was cool for both of us. Probably more for Brent. That's why Leah set it up for him, because he's all into the producing side of things as well.
Yeah, I love it.
Like he likes to look at all the little gadgets, the buttons, the compressors, this and that. And I'm just over
the fact
here
that you call them gadgets and buttons.
I'm just over here like, y'all want to set me a mic up and let me sing something, and then I'm good.
That's all you could think about.
And
the
then
whole
I'm
time
out of
you're
there,
wasn't it?
It was.
Steven's like sitting there with
being in the studio. I could be in the studio every single day.
Steven was sitting there with his mixtape, like an actual cassette. You want to hear my mixtape?
You want to hear me sing, mister?
So SugarHill Studios. Okay, so this is the thing about it. Okay, it is the oldest continual running studio in America. Okay, so just think about that. It's been running longer than any studio in America. I mean, there are a lot of studios out there, so it is the longest running. So I guess there's probably been others that started up and shut down.
Yeah.
But this one, okay, so SugarHill started back in 1941. So the 40s, I mean, you're talking about like straight out of, they just came out of the Depression. They came out of, what was it, World War One, I believe, World War One.
I'm not about to embarrass myself with a history lesson.
That's what I'm thinking, okay.
Google?
Okay, Google it. No, I'm not. I think
really
30s, though. That was Germany and all that. Okay, so anyways, so just to give you an idea, the 40s, 41, they started the studio. They immediately start recording guys like, and Crockett people will know, some of y'all will know this name, but Lightning Hopkins, he was like one of the founders of the blues, like modern, I say modern, like radio blues.
Then it was modern.
Then it was modern, a guy with an acoustic playing blues. And so that's a big Crockett name, Lightning Hopkins. George Jones' first hit was recorded there, Why Baby Why.
I don't even remember that song.
Why baby, why baby, why baby, why you make me cry, baby, cry, baby.
Okay.
Cry, baby, yeah.
How do you, country's supposed to be my thing.
Man, I got it, dude. I also listened to like a lot of these today on the road because I wanted to hear them. Okay, so then you got like the Big Bopper, which is Chantilly Lace, which I know that you don't know that one, but that's the one where he's like, "Baby, you know what I like, Chantilly Lace and put a face and everything." Yeah.
What was his name?
The Big Bopper.
The Big Bopper. Okay.
And it's just super fun, super funny song. Then Willie Nelson's first 2 hits,
I know Willie.
Nightlife and Family Bible, which Willie Nelson, he could not figure it out in that year.
He had a range of talent.
In 59 and 60, he was confused. He couldn't figure out, should I go Family Bible or Nightlife? Both. Let's just do both. Let's just do both. And so that first owner, which was let's see, it was Sun Records. I mean, Star Studios, Gold Star Studios. They had a ton of hits right off the bat. Then there was another owner right after that bought it in the 70s. And through that time, you have guys like Elvis Presley's guitar player, James Burton.
Oh, yeah.
Who's famous for the pink guitar that I play, that Telly. Mm-hmm. James Burton was going through there at the time. This is in the 70s. Ted Nugent was in there recording. Asleep at the Wheel.
I was telling you this earlier. I think I opened for them back when I was doing country. Right. I can't remember where, but I opened for them years ago. Yeah. Like 2011, 12, something like that. Maybe 2010.
Yeah. We used to do a lot of country stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, back in the day. So then that was through the 70s and 80s. And then you got so we've talked a lot about the country. So you country folks like y'all have had y'all's time to shine. So now in the 90s,
what about Freddie Fender?
Freddie Fender,
how did you? Wait, we got to do it. We got to do it. And I'll be there before the next teardrop falls.
Nice.
And
no, we got to stop there. Okay, so yeah,
I did used to sing the Spanish part of that song.
Something I don't want to hear.
Si te quiere,
he's gone. But that was back in the 70s, early 70s. Freddie Fender, recorded 21 hit records. Wow, I did not know that.
Dang.
Most notably that of Freddie Fender, who recorded 21 hit records, including Before the Next Teardrop Falls, Wasted Days and Wasted Nights, Secret Love, You'll Lose a Good Thing, Living It Down. So you're going to see.
I didn't realize he had that many hits.
I did not either. And so what's cool is we're going to see this video in a second. There's actually, because SugarHill Studios, it is studios, plural.
There's multiple.
So there's a building, but there's like studios all inside it. One of which, the second big one was completely paid for by Freddie Fender. So he wanted his own space with his own style, and so it has a Spanish vibe to it. It's got like stucco on the walls.
Yeah, it was cool.
Really neat. So then we moved from the 70s and 80s. RAD or Rad Audio bought SugarHill in the 90s, and as far as pop music goes, it is like legendary. You have in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, you have Destiny's Child and Beyonce, Brian McKnight, Twista, Smash Mouth, Kelly Rowland, Michelle Williams, Clay Walker. The names
That's a lot. That's a lot of big names.
It just goes on and on and on. And we were actually, we were in the studio and we saw some of the shadow boxes with some of the people in it. It's just crazy.
Not the actual people.
They didn't actually capture the people
pictures
and keep them there.
Can you see Beyonce? Like, will somebody please let me out?
I'm a survivor, but I'm not. But I'm not. That's a throwback for real,
Whoa.
though. So it's gone through some different hands, and now there's a new owner who we didn't get a chance to meet. He was in Dallas this weekend, but we did meet one of the producers there, and he's a super nice guy. He let us walk through it. He kind of gave us a little tour, an unofficial tour. And you ready to watch this video and kind of talk about it and kind of explain to people what we're just going to play it and we're not going to stop it. We're just gonna talk through it.
We're just gonna go right through it.
Yep. You ready? 3,
All right, go.
2, 1.
Okay, well, there's the sign, SugarHill. It actually was like super. It's like the original vintage sign that was up.
You wouldn't even know it's there. You wouldn't even know it's there. Like it's such a inconspicuous type of thing.
And when you walk in, like the first like a little waiting area, I guess.
Yeah.
Tons of like.
This is the shadow box we're talking about.
The shadow boxes.
There's Willie Nelson.
Records, CDs, everything signed.
There's Beyonce.
Destiny's Child.
Is that George Jones?
Roy Orbison was in
that?
there. That was
That might have been. I don't know who that
He
was.
looked familiar. I can't remember.
Yeah. Okay, then we got another shadow box full of stuff. Yeah, there's at the top. Okay, you see that yellow CD? That was Destiny's Child's first demo.
The rough tracks
with Survivor and Independent Woman.
Independent Woman, yeah. So this is the little hallway.
Little hallway with a bunch of artists that they've recorded over the years.
And do you see those 2 small doors right there? We'll tell you what those are in a minute.
Yeah, that's where.
You won't.
That's where I sat the whole time and cried.
Yeah. These are some of the artists that's recorded there. We didn't know them all, but there were a lot we did know. Lil Wayne. Chance the Rapper, he said, was there quite a bit.
Yeah.
Travis Scott, Beyonce. All kinds of
Studios.
huge name. I just wanted to take that sign.
Well, I was about to say, we need a sign like that for here.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
There's one of the records that Destiny's Child did.
Yep. Just really cool stuff.
And I thought that was cool. That door covered in stickers.
So this is the first control room for Studio A. Okay, and I mean, it is such a cool. This is a tape machine on the left. If you're kind of into that kind of thing, like if you want your stuff to go through a tape machine, which gives it a different sound, by the way. It's not just digital sounding. Super modern mixing console. I'm not sure what brand that is, but man, the whole setup was just so beautiful. No telling what it costs to build something like that, but yeah.
And this is where the actual people, like if you're the one singing or playing an instrument, this is where you would be sitting.
Yeah, and they call this the band room. So like of all the studios, this is where if you're gonna do like a live band scenario, this was the room they always bring the bands into. So there's no telling who you've heard that have played in this room right here. Such just a neat experience.
It's cool history to just be sitting in.
They actually had wood shingles above these insulated rooms, and
right there.
Yeah, international
you
artists.
Can't really see it though.
I wonder if that's an original sign.
Probably. Almost everything in there was original.
And here now, this is the inside of one of the reverb chambers right here. And
those little 2 small doors on the hallway we were just talking about.
The way it works, the speakers put the sound out. It goes into this reverb chamber, and then that mic captures it, so you get a natural reverb instead of some kind of digital version of reverb, which is what we use nowadays.
I thought it was where people just sat inside and sung to get the reverb. And Brent had to break it down to me. It's like, no. People don't stand in there and sing.
This is the studio that Freddie Fender paid for with his money, with his own money. So he designed this the way he wanted it. I'm sure he had his people come in and say what they wanted.
Like woodwork and stuff for the acoustics and.
Yes, it's just a beautiful place. I mean, I would love to just give me a week in this place.
I mean, I would like to take a little Clorox to it first.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was a little grungy.
Yeah, it's definitely a musician's workspace.
yeah.
Typical like not cleaning, no cleaning allowed kind of thing. So
this is the actual
as you can see, like every room had they put lights in it. So like this is the green room, that other one was the red room. Every room had its own kind of color theme. But Freddie Fender, he's a Spanish kind of guy, so like the stucco on the walls.
He's actually Spanish.
Is he a Spanish guy?
He's a Spanish kind of guy.
Well, he likes that kind of like Spanishy music.
Yeah,
is what I was trying to say. Yeah.
He's a Spanish
something
kind of guy.
Well, I mean, I didn't know, Stephen. Okay, so this is really cool, and we're gonna see this in a second. But even if you're not a musician, like this next mic, you're gonna if you live in Texas or around Houston, you're gonna be able to respect this. Just wait just for a second. Here it comes.
There it is. Astro World.
So this is the original announcer's mic at Astro World. So the guy that stands in front of the Astro World, this is back in the day, and he would announce different things. That was his mic.
That's the mic they use. Wow.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Totally.
And each one of these each one of these soundproof rooms, it looked like you're walking into like an old like mission or something. Old like
it really did.
You know, like the Alamo or something. It's just so cool. Just some different.
It definitely it puts you in the mindset like you want to be creative, like you wanted to sit down and start making music.
Yeah, and they had amps in every room. So like if you had an idea, you could have just thrown down the idea right there. They had so many guitars and basses and
we
Rhodes
probably could have
keyboards.
because we made the guy so nervous just being there.
Probably. Now some of this stuff right here, guys, this is it don't look like much, but like one of those pieces of equipment, there's about 40 or 50 made in the world, and I mean people clone these things and make a living off of just doing that alone. Even the clones go for like $10,000 of some of these pieces of equipment.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's amazing. They have the originals in that booth.
This was their back storage room, and this is just probably no telling who is on some of these tapes.
Yeah, tape reels of different artists. Like you say, maybe George Jones. Who knows? Willie Nelson might be on there.
A lot of history sitting in there.
Yeah, for sure. So these are just old compressors and different things that they have on display. Some different. They have like platinum records and stuff just everywhere in this place.
More memorabilia. Lil Wayne. I didn't notice that the other day.
There's a record done with Atlantic.
There's Freddie. I don't know whose shoes those were.
I don't know.
Is he Roy Orbison?
Yeah, Roy Orbison.
He was a huge songwriter, singer.
Okay, so that yellow CD right there is the one we were talking about. It's the demo CD.
The yellow one, yeah.
And this is the end of the video. SugarHill Studios.
SugarHill.
Yep.
Great editing job too, Brent.
You know what? It was a last minute effort. We had that snowstorm, and I didn't think it was going to happen.
Good job.
I made it happen.
You did good doing what you do.
But you know what? That was an awesome weekend.
It was.
We should do it again next weekend, babe. What do you think?
You gonna let us talking to Leah, not me. Whoever was listening and not paying attention.
Leah, you gonna let us have another guys' weekend like tomorrow?
Next weekend or this weekend?
I mean, this snow is really taking it out of me. I think it's time.
You just need to go and just.
I just need me time.
Decompress. Yeah.
I need time to be me.
My boys.
I need time to be me.
Yeah.
Okay, to relax.
But she's
no,
not going for that.
No, it's not gonna happen. But man, that was an awesome weekend. Awesome studio. I want to say thank you to SugarHill Studios for allowing us to come in there and just, like I say, take an unofficial tour and just kind of walk around and look at things that I mean,
especially like early in the day like that, because if you know musicians, like they don't do morning things.
Yeah, me and Stephen are rarities. Like we can get up and actually do stuff in the morning. Most musicians are like up at like
all hours
3,
of the
4,
night.
and they're asleep until 3 or 4 p.m.
As a matter of fact, we might have accidentally walked in on some people still sleeping.
Yeah, we didn't show the video of that, but there were definitely people in the back rooms still sleeping. So yeah, it's funny, man. But yeah, I'm really happy that SugarHill. I'm appreciative that they let us come in and kind of disrupt their morning and just have a good time walking around and videoing.
Yeah, it was really cool, and we hope you guys enjoyed that. I mean, it's history. It's music history.
Yeah, it's something different. It's neat, It's not something you get to see every day, No. It's definitely something new for me.
Maybe one day, someone 60 years from now will be walking through your studio, Brent. The record shop.
The record shop. You know what? And they're gonna say, you see that iMac right there?
Think about that.
They're going to say, this is what a Mac computer used to look like.
Look how huge it was.
They only made 5 billion of them. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great week. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you to all of you subscribers that have so faithfully watched. Because we actually, y'all, one thing I've noticed, because I'm watching the, I'm trying to keep up with, how are we doing as far as view time and stuff like that. You guys are not just watching. I mean, our views are still, because we just started, but the people that are watching they're watching the whole video.
Oh, wow.
So they're sticking with it, and I really appreciate that.
And y'all give us some ideas. What do y'all want to hear us talk about?
Yeah.
Give us places to go.
We still don't have an outro line, so we need some ideas on outro lines.
Outro line.
But also, and I know that we don't always ask for this, but please subscribe to the channel, to the YouTube channel, not the Facebook. I mean, like that too, but subscribe to our YouTube channel.
To the YouTube, yeah.
That helps people to see us on the YouTube, so we're not just like relying on Facebook to get people there. Subscribe on YouTube, share the links to our videos and to our channel, and like and comment on the YouTube page.
Yeah.
That all helps us to pop up. You know, whenever you're scrolling through YouTube and things are just popping up,
like recommended things.
That's why, is because people are commenting and liking and subscribing. So thank you guys for being fans and enjoying our content. We really appreciate you. Yeah.
We enjoy it. Okay, so see y'all next week.
Next week, we don't know what we're gonna do yet, but
we'll come up with something.
But it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be.
It always is. Love you guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.